Welcome guys to the final race of season 5. This is the Ford EcoBoost 400 here. Pit speed is 80, so if you go 81 and over, under green it'll be a drive-through, under yellow will be a to the back. You have to use the access road exiting out of pit road. If you have more than 2 tires below that yellow line, you will be given a warning. And don't go wide either. You got to stay on that access road until it's open to enter the track on the back straight. It's a 140 lap race. You got a title fight between Juan and Sean here, two of the best drivers all season. We'll see what happens. This race is in honor of the late great Kyle Busch, as we race in his remembrance, and he is in spirit with every driver today. And let's have a great race, and let's just have a great race here today. On the pole will be the 29 car of Lexi, looking to get a second win here this season. But second will be Sean Edwards, looking for his first title. He's came close to the title before. He was in a tie with Tristan in season 2 for the title, but ultimately lost that title. He's had a great season. He's had a few run-ins with the 41 car, but if he could stay clean, he has a shot. But Juan is starting 3rd place. He has a 5-point lead over Sean. He's been also really good this season. Has 6 wins on the season. He leads the series in wins. He's also looking for his first ASRS title. This is the closest he's ever been. 4th place will be Neptune. He won the regular season points title and hasn't shown up since. There is spin physics, so be wary of that. 5th place will be Bug. He's looking for his first career victory in ASRS. He has over 60 races without a win. It would mean a lot for him to get a victory this season, and what race better to do it in the final race of the season at Homestead. This track has had great winners over the course of its time, so he would join pretty much elite company in that category. As 6th place is Silent. He's looking to get his first win as well. He has had a rough go at it in this league, but Silent, you're beside Bug, by the way. Behind the 41 Silent, but Silent can win. That would be great for him. And Brandon, rough starting spot, but he's came from the back in other races and had great comebacks before. If he could win this race, it'll be big for him. 3rd place in points, probably his best season yet. 2 wins on the season. It's gonna be between the 41 and the 48 here for the 5th championship in ASRS. We'll let the best man win. We'll see how it's going to race here today. Once again, remember that the access road rule I stated earlier, but I think it's ready. I think it's time to ask for the R here in the final race of the season. Alright, when the green flag comes out. Green flag's out at Homestead. 18 races. It's come to this. We'll see how it'll race. Green flag's out. Sean got a great restart there. But it's a long race. The time will transition from day to night, but it's a long race here, so we'll see how it'll race today. Neptune in 2nd. Brandon had some issues. I don't know what happened to him, but he's back up to speed. Sean leads lap 1 of the Ford EcoBoost 400. Laps led are going to be crucial for Sean, as he is 5 points behind Juan. Here, he needs some good pace here today. As 88 and 29 are battling for 2nd place. Neptune on the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to chase Sean. Here's a little bit of draft, but We'll see how it'll play out here. Sean running pretty solid so far for not being in the car or not practicing. Here comes Neptune. Let's see what Neptune's going to do. He's going to run different line, a lot of different lines in this race, as you'll see. But he stays behind Sean. Let's keep in mind, guys, let's race for ourselves and don't affect the championship battle between the 41 and the 48. But Sean keeping it in the lead for now. Neptune has not gotten to him yet, surprisingly. Oh, Sean is in the wall there a little bit. That's going to allow Neptune to get there now. Let's see what Neptune does. He's going to choose a different line. Let's see if he can make a pass. Sean's line seems to be working great for him so far, though, which is surprising considering the top lane run in practice was amazing. But the top three are together now, and I'll see some battles going on, most likely. '29 and 88 getting to it a little bit. Oh, Bugs around temporarily there. Battling with Summit for 5th place, but we'll see. Sean, I'm surprised no one's really trying to run the top on exit here because I thought it was the best line, but I'm not too sure what is the best line now. Sean's led every lap to open the race, but it's still a long race, so we'll see as it progresses. Could be changing the time a little bit, guys, so don't mind that. It just helps the lighting, so. Sean's hanging on to this lead. I don't know if it's just hard to work up to a pass or something, because when I was practicing, it was not that easy to get spread out, but it's still early. They're trying to figure it out as it goes here. What's up, Hydra? You can merge in. You won't be a lap down because, well, you joined right before the time to be a lap down is, but you got to merge into, like, last place. .5 though, so far. Seems like just Sean's line's been really good for him. But I want to see if these guys can catch up to him and maybe work up to a pass. But we'll see. Something must have happened to Silent because he's a little far back. That's all good. I'm not too sure what's going on with the 41 so far this early. He is a little bit ways back. He might have to use some entry, some sort of good pit entry to gain time here. I'm not too sure what happened early on. But it's still early. A lot of laps to go. We're not even close to halfway. Because now Sean has Neptune and the 29 in tow. Looking to challenge for the lead here soon. So they could work up to that pass. Here comes Neptune. Let's see what he's going to do. Comes Neptune to the bottom of the racetrack there. Sean had an exit on the top lane. It's going to be hard to make passes, but they're possible. Here comes Neptune to the bottom. Going to use him up a little bit side by side for the lead now. Neptune's going to lead his first lap of the race. Now we got a battle for the lead brewing here, as it took them a lot of time to gain on them. But now we got a battle for the lead, and Neptune's going to look to maybe run away a little bit. Neptune hanging on. Let's see what Sean's going to try to do here. He's going to run the middle of the track, but Lexi had a better entry than him. That's going to allow Neptune to pull away a little bit here. Neptune hanging on to the lead for now. Lexi gives the 48 a shot. Sean goes up the track, trying to keep up the momentum. Great corner from Sean. Can't do much to try to pass the 88. It seems harder to pass than I thought it was. Surprisingly, because when I was practicing with other people, it was easier. But we'll see early on still. See if people can learn the track better to make moves, I guess. Gonna look through the field a little bit here. Bugs kind of ran Juan down a little bit, but it's obviously not what Juan needs. He doesn't need to lose more spots, but still early on. I wouldn't give up. Juan's main goal here is to gain time, and especially on the entry. That's probably going to be what he's going to have to do here. But Neptune's hanged on to this lead for a minute now. As here comes Sean to the bottom, or to the bumper. Let's see what he's going to try here. He follows him. Goes to the top lane. You got to push from the 29. Title, guys, well, Juan has a 5-point lead over Sean, and Sean is second in points. So it's Sean and Juan. 20 laps in. Neptune figured out this track quicker than I thought. Same with Sean. We'll see. Sean could get to the bottom. He's going to try to. Here, he stays on the quarter panel. Oh, Sean sideways for a second right there. Juan and Bug might have to work together if they want to gain time. It could be possible, but it's going to be hard. Pit road might have to be the thing where they gain time there. Neptune's led every lap since he's gotten it. Sean is not happy with the 29. As we have pit road. Oh wait, something just happened on the racetrack. I did not see what happened. I think they tried to get down pit road and they had a mishap. I was checking my stream real quick and something happened to the leaders. No caution though. Remember, you gotta stay on the access road. You can't have more than 2 tires below the yellow line. Sean's fine, Neptune's fine. So we got some more pit stops here as the 29's pitting. 41, 17, and the 10 here as well. Brandon's staying out. Neptune got a huge lead off of that. Brandon's now pitting, though. And I was expecting pits to make it a little closer there, as Neptune and Sean having issues. I thought it was gonna actually help them there, but it really spread the field out a lot more than I thought it was going to. Definitely gonna want a yellow. We'll see if we can get one. That could have been a yellow, maybe, if they spun out, but they did not spin out right there. Neptune putting on a clinic so far. If it were to finish how it was right now, and Neptune continues to lead laps, then Sean would barely win the title. He would need to finish 3rd for, I think, Juan to tie him. How it's going right now. How did Brandon cycle out so far ahead? That can't be right. I have no clue what happened to Juan, because he was ahead of Bug and Brandon. I don't know what happened with the pit cycle right there. It's confusing. It's really confusing, actually. Well, Juan was ahead of Bug. I don't know if he got wrecked or something. He spun out and no one said anything. If someone said something, then it could have been a yellow. If you got more people. We had a wall glitch. Why? This is my issue with y'all. Why don't y'all ever say anything when something happens on track? Confusing to me, but it's rough for him. But I mean, Juan can't type in chat, but everyone else who's around him could have said something. Well, you could say into the back straight, and it's still enough time for something to happen. The least you could do is say something, but no one ever wants to say anything. I guess, bro. We'll see if we could get we'll get a yellow though. I don't know. Neptune has most laps led. It just seems like it's harder to gain than I thought. Although Sean and Lexi are maybe gaining a little bit. And what I'm confused about is how Brandon absolutely leapfrogged to 4th place. That's confusing. A lot of these guys are going to need a yellow, though, for sure. We'll see, though, if we'll get one. We could have gotten one, but no one wants to say anything, and that's my issue. Is like, I try to spectate throughout the field, but no one says anything ever, so. You'd think if you were that far back and you would need a yellow and you could have gotten one when something happened, you would say something, right? But I digress here. Neptune's still hanging on to the lead, though. Neptune hanging on to this lead, but Sean and Lexi are slowly gaining on him. I don't know what they figured out, but they figured out something early on. I guess I'll start paying attention to the back more, but I mean, I was also looking at the pit cycle and looking at guys getting out and making sure everything was going good with that, so my bad. Neptune in the wall a little bit. Sean closing in. "21 laps led so far for Neptune." Bug a little slow, but Neptune hanging on to this lead, but Sean is closing in. He's worked really hard to gain that time on him. But a lot of these fields going to need a caution. Juan's going to really need a caution. As here comes the 48 there. 88 trying to do a switchback. 48 to the lead. Sean to the lead now. Sean's been doing really good this race. There's still a long way to go. This is like the longest race of the season. As here comes Neptune now side by side. Contact is made right there. Neptune back to the lead. Neptune's going to pit now. We'll see if pits shake up things even more. We'll see if it'll change anything. Side by side for the lead. Let's see how pit stop's going to work. Neptune's on the top lane, so I don't know. They're all going to pit together or not. Sean looks to be staying out. Neptune barely makes it on the pit road. Barely made it. Sean's going to stay our leader here. Sean and Lexi 1-2. Hydra's looking to get his lap back after joining in late. Neptune's out. Sean and Lexi still yet to pit. Neptune pitting that early though is interesting. Juan looking to gain on Bug to make the pass. He was so far behind Bug, and now he's gotten a lot of time back. It's officially dark now. Let's see when these guys pit. They're going to pit now. Sean is at least. He's going to make his pit stop. Hydra as well. As Neptune's still on track. We'll see how it'll cycle out for him, though. Bug and Juan also still on track here. Put the 29 lead temporarily. Sean getting out of pits here. Neptune's going to have a big lead over Sean. But we'll see how the 29 cycles out. 29 still on the racetrack, though. Sean actually got out pretty good, though. Actually, that was a great pit stop for Sean. But we'll see where they get out. Juan and Bug still yet to pit as well. Same with Silent. We'll see how the 29 cycles out. 29 is going to be pitting this time. That entry is so crucial. Going to be making the stop now. Here comes the 41 down pit road as well. Juan's had a rough race to start off, but if he can somehow pick some positions, maybe have guys make mistakes, he could maybe gain a few extra points. We'll see. He's going to need some guys to make mistakes here. But let's see where Neptune cycles out. Bug still hasn't pit either. Yeah, Juan's going to probably need a caution, though. Same with, well, everyone not the top 3 needs a caution. Surprisingly, no one has sped on pit road yet today, but Neptune in the lead. As now Lexi and Sean side by side for second place. Neptune hanging on to this thing, but Brandon, if Juan can leapfrog Brandon somehow, then he might be able to gain extra points. Like, he's gonna, I don't know how Brandon leapfrogged him. It doesn't look like he was gonna leapfrog him right there, but I'm genuinely confused how Brandon leapfrogged these guys. It's actually interesting. Like, he was so far back. Unless he just wall rode or something. I don't know how. Silent now coming down pits. Brandon, I think, is also down pits finally. We'll see, actually, if Juan and Bug maybe could somehow pass Brandon. Oh, Brandon speeds on pit road. That's rough. Well, if Juan could get 4th place, he's going to need Sean to finish 3rd place. I think then they would maybe tie. That would be his only shot right now. He would need to pass Bug and hope that Sean would finish 3rd to Lexi and Neptune. That would probably be the ideal situation for the 41 car right now. But I don't know. Unfortunate for Brandon, though. He was 4th place was going to be a solid finish, but we'll see. Still, a caution could come out. That's probably what they all want, but I don't know. Yeah, so what Juan needs, if it plays out like this and we don't get a caution or anything, Juan needs to pass Bug to get 4th place, and he needs Sean to finish 3rd place. And they would be tied, and then the tie would go to him because he has most wins on the season. That's what Juan would need in the scenario he's in right now. He needs Lexi to beat Sean. But Sean's also running really good. Like, he's competing for the lead right now with Neptune. So, I don't know. It's a big theoretical. It's going to be a tough order, but he's going to need a miracle like that to happen. But, you know, Lexi and Neptune are also hungry for a win. They're going for the win, too. So, we'll see how that'll play out. And Neptune's been really dominant here. Really good on pits. Really good in general. He's led a lot of laps. 30 laps led for Neptune here. 17 for Sean. Juan's got to work on this 17 car here. He's got to hope that Lexi locks in too, because Lexi is in 3rd place right now, but I don't know. Probably going to try to go for the win, obviously. Been in contention for it all race, so we'll see. There's still a lot of racing left. And I mean a lot. We're not even halfway yet here, but Neptune's been the dominant car today. Sean and Lexi have been close, but Neptune's been able to gap them off of pit road every time. Neptune's got a lap car in front of him. It's Brandon Hale in the 9. We'll see if that'll play a role in it. Juan's slowly gaining on Bug here. Sean slowly gaining on Neptune for this lead. 29 needs a little bit more speed out of this car, though. Neptune's lagging a bit here. As Brandon's trying to not go another lap down. I mean, if a caution comes out, he would get the lap back. So he's racing for his life right now. I don't blame him trying to keep it. Here comes Brandon on the bottom. 3 wide right there between Brandon, Sean, and Neptune for a second. Brandon's just going to let them by. The thing with Brandon, though, I think Brandon's actually just 1 down. It'll be between him and Hydra, I think, for the free pass, unless he gets put 2 down. I'm not sure. We'll see. Neptune to the lead. Side by side, Sean and Neptune for the lead. And Brandon's just 1 down. Never mind. Brandon's just going to have to stay ahead of Hydra if we get a caution here. Neptune's going to make the pit stop now. Juan's got to hope that Lexi and Neptune both beat Sean, and Juan can beat Bug. Or he's got to hope that Sean speeds on pit road or something, because he can't afford to lose any more spots or have Sean gain anymore. Juan's behind Bug, though, so he has a shot at passing him. Although Bug's been better at pit road than Juan a little bit, but we'll see. Neptune getting out of pits here. Clean merge onto the track as Sean, Lexi battling for the lead. Lexi needs a little bit more to pass Sean. For this 48 and the 88, which she's been really competitive though up there. We'll see, as we got a lap car battle between Hydra and Brandon battling for the free pass position, presumably, as they're going to need a caution bad here. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten one, but also not at the same time. Juan's now right to the back bumper of Bug. This is an interesting battle. I was expecting Juan to have a little bit more speed, but it's not halfway yet, and there's still maybe could be a caution. I'm not sure, or an issue with someone. We'll see. No one else is pitted though. Oh, Sean's around. Keeps it under control. He is frozen for a second right there. Somehow didn't get passed by the 29. Which Juan would have needed really bad. Somehow didn't lose more time than I thought he was going to. Neptune pitting so early though. I think he can make it on field to the end if he keeps it up like this. But I don't know. I'm not sure how these strats work. Guess we'll just see how they play out. No matter what though, Juan has to at least finish a spot behind Sean to keep himself in this fight. If Sean is 2 spots ahead of him, then Sean wins the title, is the scenario right now. So Juan's just gonna need a lot to happen. He's got to beat Bug. Bug's been in front of him all race. Sean hanging on though to this lead. Juan's just gonna need Lexi to beat Sean really badly here. Sean's gonna make the pit stop though. Same with Hydra. Lexi's still on track. Let's see the battle for 4th between Bug and Juan. They are still running strong. Juan is right there. He's going to have to work to pass Bug. Good battle. Sean now off pits. He got kind of gapped by Neptune right there. Worse than last time. A rough stop for Sean. Really rough stop for Sean. He lost a ton of time. Let's see how Lexi cycles out. Let's see if anyone else is pitting here. Not yet. Bug did figure something out a little bit, but unfortunately he's really far back. He's going to need a caution. Oh wait, Neptune's going down again. Why is Neptune pitting again? I'm confused why Neptune pitted again. Screws the 29 a little bit, actually. Unless Neptune just didn't pit. I think he did, though. No, he did. Why did he pit again? Confusing. Maybe to get on the right strategy? I don't get how this will help him at all, though. This might shoot him. It might be a shot in the foot for him, honestly. We'll see. Lexi might cycle out ahead of Sean, though. She's going to. Well, now this presents an opportunity to Juan to maybe gain time. Juan going down pits. Oh, barely misses the barrels. That was close. Sean and Lexi 1-2 for now. Bug is yet to pit, but Juan's also got to beat Bug. Like, that's also something he's going to have to do. I think he might be with Neptune now in terms of pace after, or on the racetrack after that, but we'll see. Once it all cycles out, Juan's getting out now. Sean, Lexi, bumper to bumper though. This is for the lead. Neptune kind of, I think he was trying to get back on cycle because he knew he was off cycle, and it kind of shot his chances at the win a little bit. But now that might help Sean have a shot at the championship, because if Sean continues to lead laps, then he's going to get those 5 points eventually. So that was maybe not the ideal situation for Juan there, but if Juan can gain spots, get 3rd place, have Sean finish 2nd, then that might be the way he wins the title. But then he would have to have Lexi lead all these laps and not have Sean lead any. So there's a lot of scenarios here for Juan that Juan has to have to go right. Sean just has to lead. That's literally all he has to do, and not speed or something. But I don't know if the 29 has the speed necessary right now. She's close, but can't make the pass. Neptune was able to make passes. I'm not sure. Silent still in the lead, though. Or to the lead. He stayed out. I don't know. Maybe we'll see one of these guys who's staying out somehow maybe win the race. I doubt it, but I don't know. Silent now down pits. Same with Brandon Hale. Lexi lagging a little bit. Juan, I don't know how this is going to cycle out for him. I guess we'll find out. It might cycle him out third place. We'll see. I think it's going to, actually. That's better for Juan, but Juan can't afford to have Sean lead all these laps, though, either. Because here's the scenario. If Sean finishes second, doesn't get most laps led, Juan wins the title because in a tie. But if Sean leads all the laps and finishes second, he wins by 5 points. And if Sean wins the race, then he wins the title pretty much by default unless Juan beats him. That's going to be kind of the scenario here we're faced with. Juan's going to have to face a lot of adversity. He's got to hope that Lexi finds more speed enough to contend with Sean, though. The laps led count was this. Let me make sure. It was Neptune with 38 and Sean with 26. So that's how it is right now. 66 to go. They're close to the halfway. Well, yeah, we're past halfway now. Can Sean win his first title? His main op will be that 29 car, though, potentially stopping him from winning that title. But the 29's been good, but needs a little bit more right now to maybe contend because Sean's been holding a steady lead for now. Juan's running good in third, but Neptune's kind of closing in on him. It's something Brandon's around. He's still on the racetrack. Doesn't look like it's going to affect anyone, though. Those guys need a caution, though. Neptune, Juan, literally everyone not named Lexi and Sean needs a caution, though. .29 right on the back bumper of the 48 here. This is what... Oh, Brandon having issues again. I don't know what's happening with Brandon's game. He might be lagging. Same with Hydra might have lagged right there too. Lexi can beat Sean and lead laps, and that's what Juan needs. Lexi was there for a second. I'm not sure what happened again, though. 62 to go. Juan's got Neptune behind him. I don't know how much Neptune wants to pass Juan. Obviously, I know he would probably like to, but I don't know what it really does for either of them, except hurt Juan. Sean hanging on, though, to this lead. 29's is the only competition for him right now, though. Brandon's, I think, lagging. I'm not sure. Oh, he lags and spins right in front of him. That's going to be a caution. He was right in front of the leader spinning. Actually, never mind. He saved it somehow. Now, that could have been a caution right there. Because if he didn't save it and if he kept spinning with them, then that would have been worse. But I somehow don't know how that wasn't a caution. Because I thought when Sean hit him, that's when I was about to call it. Because I thought Sean was going to spin too. Close right there. All these guys need a caution, though, besides the top two. But I'm sure maybe even Lexi might want a caution because she's struggling to gain on this 48, though. Juan needs Lexi to gain on Sean or to lead laps, too. Or caution or something. Brandon spinning. Brandon lags out the game. That would bring out the caution, but I don't know if he's lagging that bad enough to lag out or not. Speaking of that, right as I say that, I think Brandon disconnected. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a caution. I don't know if he did it on purpose but it's still a haphazard. He said that he lagged out of the game, which is kind of an odd thing, as I was just talking about him lagging out of the game because he's lagged. If he could send me proof, that would help, because I mean, I don't want you to do it on purpose, obviously, but he's lagged out of the game recently a lot. He says he has no clips, so I don't know. Obviously not what Sean needs, but I mean, Brandon is lagged out a lot this season, so I'm not surprised, but it's very weird that it happened right as I was talking about. Laps lead count is good. I think Sean, you're at 32. Neptune's at 38. This single-handedly saved Juan's race, but can Juan capitalize off of this? Because he needs to. Same with other guys who were also looking to get a win here this season. They need to capitalize. I think everyone's going to be on the lead lap, because I think Brandon was the only lap down there. Yeah, Hydra, you got the lead lap. That puts, I think, everyone on the lead lap. But now, Juan's 3rd place, Neptune's 4th. I think Brandon was only 1, actually. Brandon was only 1 down, to my knowledge. Neptune's going to be 4th. I think Juan beat him. I'm not sure, though. Juan has to lock in, though, now, because now he got the caution he needed, but it also goes for a lot of the field. Oh, Neptune said he got 3rd. Okay. I think, were you 2 down before the yellow, Brandon, or 1 down before the yellow? Because I don't know how many. You're 2. Okay, then we're 1 down. So, are we ready? Alright, pits, it's 55 to go. Now, if you had a rough first half, you got 55 laps to figure it out now. This goes for this whole field. Brandon, unfortunately, is going to need another yellow, but I don't know how we didn't have a yellow yet, honestly. With more cars on track, you would expect more yellows to come out, but I don't know. Let's see who wins the race off of pits here. Juan's going to win the race off of pits. Silent 2nd, 3rd Sean, 4th Lexi, 5th Neptune, 6th Bug, and 7th Hydra. Silent 2nd place. Can Silent figure it out? Can Silent have a shot at the win? I got to piss, though. Alright guys, I'm going to try to reset the order so we get it right, because I don't want people lining up in the wrong spots here. Juan, do you choose the bottom or the top? I think Silent's confused about that. Juan chooses the top lane, interesting choice. Let's see how the pit cycled out, because I just want to make sure I get it right. So Juan's going to be the leader, Silent 2nd, Sean 3rd, Lexi 4th, Neptune was 5th, Bug 6th, and Hydra is 7th. Lexi's 4th. Sean, you're behind, yeah, the 31. Alright. 55 to go. Silent and Juan on the front row. Let's see if they could hang on to it. It'd be kind of interesting if we have some new players in the race. Race wasn't terrible. It was just spread out, so I don't know. Hopefully, you can see these guys contend. All right. They gotta have a good restart, too. We'll see how it'll go, though. Are we ready? 55 laps, maybe the final yell of the season. We'll see. When the green flag comes out. Green flag's back out there. Sean tries to jump, tries to make it 3 wide right there. He's gonna do it. 3 wide, almost 4 wide for the lead there. Sean knows what he has to do to win the title. Hydra had an issue. That might have to... Well, I guess it's kind of too late now. I'm sorry, I didn't see your chat until now. Silent to second place. Can Silent have a chance? Juan needs a lot more. He's going to need a shot in the arm if he wants a shot at it here. But he's running second for now. He's going to push to 41. Sean trying to get his first title. He's been really good today. Him and Neptune. They had a great restart right there. Sean did, at least. Silent in second, but can Silent gain on him? It's really hard to gain time at Homestead, it seems, or make a pass even. As we have contact at the back between Neptune 29 and the 17 right there. Juan needs to get around Silent, but he also needs to get by Sean as he wrecks himself. He cleared himself right there. He somehow did not wreck. That was close, but Juan's really aggressive right now. He wants this title really bad, obviously. But Sean hanging on to it here. Sean only needs 4 more laps to tie Neptune for most laps to lead. It's a dire urgency here for this 41 who's didn't have the speed in the first half, but could maybe contend here. He's close to Sean. Silent, though, was running good, but I think Juan just really needed that spot. Maybe not how Silent wants to be raced, but here comes Juan challenging for the lead. This two have been the best all season as Juan gets into the 48 a little bit right there. Killed his run for now, but Juan is hoping to get around this 48 because he doesn't have much time because of the laps led, obviously. But he's going to have to try to get around him like now if he can somehow. Juan's found something though. He's managed to stay up here. But he needs a little bit more of a run. 50 laps to go. But if Sean leads most laps, Juan has to win the race. And hope Sean finishes second. Because then that'll be a 5-point swing that he needs. So Juan really just needs to win the race, probably, to have a shot. And hope Sean doesn't lead most laps. But Sean, after this lap, he will be 1 lap from tying Neptune for most laps led. 49 to go. Silent. What a pass there on Neptune. Side-by-side crossover for them. Juan needs a little bit more, though. He's up there, but he needs to figure out what Sean's doing to get a little bit more speed out of it. Sean's line has worked really good for him as he's tied Neptune for most laps led. Sean dives it all the way to the bottom. That's kind of been his line. Goes up. Something happened between Brandon and Hydra. Sean now has most laps led by a lap. But Neptune's gotten up to third. Can he gain time on them here? Juan trying to figure out the line, I guess, right now. Hydra and Brandon need a caution. Top two in points are 1-2 right now. Juan doesn't... He has 46 laps to try to win this race. McKenny, he just needs a little bit more to get around this 48. The 48's been really good. Good corner for the 41, it looks like. That was a pretty solid corner right there, but 48's kept the gap, same. Now looking to get the most laps led bonus. But even if Sean gets the bonus and Juan wins the race, then Juan would, I think, win the title barely. By about like 5 points. Juan slowly reeling in Sean. Juan's there. Juan side by side with the 48. To the lead he goes. Juan officially to the lead now. If he leads the rest of the way, he would get the most laps led if he could somehow do that, but I don't know how. Juan finally has clean air for the first time all day, but Sean's is going to fight back hard. Brandon rejoins. That might have to be a caution. He lagged out again. I don't know where his car is. If his car is somewhere compromising like it was earlier, it's a caution, but I have no clue where it is. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. His car is nowhere, actually. Nowhere on the racetrack. It's in a non-compromised spot. The reason it was last time a caution was because his car was in a bad spot. But Juan's leading for now. Sean and Neptune are there, though. Brandon, unfortunately, does not get the caution because his car wasn't in the middle of the track like last time. But Sean to the bottom of the racetrack, to the lead, side by side, off of 2. This is going to be a battle for the ages, though. Juan needs a lot to win this title. Like, he needs a lot. But he's there now. He bumps Sean out the way, side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Hanging on to a lead by a thread. 40 laps to go. Still, at least, I think 1 more stop to go, or 2, I'm not sure. Bug and Lexi having some beef here in the Homestead Miami Speedway, but Juan hanging on to the lead barely right now. He gets to the wall a little bit. Neptune and Sean get to it. Juan's led 9 laps. He's going to pretty much need to lead the rest of the race to get most laps led, pretty much, I think. He's going to have to. He can maybe do that, but Sean is not giving up. It's these two now. Neptune and Sean got into it a little bit, which hurt Sean. And shout out to Silent, man. He's been running good since the caution and stayed in 4th place. Can maybe contend for 3rd. Let's see here. Juan hanging on strong. But Sean, man. Juan's going to have to try not to... He's going to have to lead the rest of the race if he wants those 5 points. But he also has... He's going to need to win the race if he wants to beat Sean if he doesn't lead most laps. As here comes Sean to the outside. Neptune starting to gain back. on the leaders here. Juan in the wall a little bit. Here comes Sean to the bottom. Side by side for the lead at Homestead. What a battle it's been between these guys all season. The top three have been the best three all season, arguably. Sean clears for the lead. What can Juan do to get back to him? He's going to try a little bit of a better line there as Juan goes up the track. Same with Sean, side by side for the lead. Off a corner exit, here comes Juan back to the lead. What a race we're watching. Homestead's getting racy now as Bug and Silent have slowly caught up. Will they play a factor in this win battle? As here comes Sean back to the lead. Oh, barely clears up slide jump. 35 laps to go. It's been an insane race for it here. As here comes Juan back to the lead. Side by side again. Off of 4. Juan's barely hanging on to it. Oh, man. Side by side again. Door slamming. A little bit contact here at Homestead. Can Juan clear him off of 2? Cannot. Sean's still on his outside there. Juan's been racing him really clean. Oh, Sean gets in that quarter panel a little bit. Silent now. 3 wide for second place. Here comes Silent Volcano out of nowhere. Sean's going to make the stop. Sean down pit road. Same with Lexi. This stop is going to be crucial. They can't make the end of the race. But they're going to have one more stop after this, and it's going to be late, too. Juan hanging on to this lead as Bug and Silent and Neptune all fight back. Juan and Neptune pit together. You just do not want to speed for any of these guys. It's the last race of the season, the final 2 stops of the season, I think. I don't know if they have to make one more. Yeah, they do. I think they do. Silent still in the lead right there, though. Hanging on by a thread. He's got Bug behind him. Silent gonna be making the stop. Same with Bug. Great entries from those two. This whole field has made their stops, though. Sean's gonna blow past Juan and Neptune. Not so far, though, actually, as I could have thought. Juan's gonna need a little bit more to work on the 48, though. He's got Juan battling, though. He's got Neptune trying to fight back, though. Not what Juan wants, but he's still got time to gain on this 48 here. Let's see where Silent and Bug cycle out. They're out on the track, and they're barely going to have the lead for a little bit. But they kind of were in the middle of the track, but Bug somehow, like, I don't know, Bug managed to, he blocked them really bad, though. I'm not going to lie, that was not the best merge from Bug, at least, because he kind of blocked, but he kind of had nowhere else to go, to be fair. Juan in second place, though. Bug in third place. Bug has a chance, but he's got to get around these two who are fighting hard for a title. Lexi's still yet to pit, too. I don't know if Juan can get most laps led. I don't think he can. Maybe somehow, but I'm not sure. No, even if Juan led the rest of the race, he's going to be like 1 lap short. And Sean has a big lead for now. So Juan's going to need to win the race to have a shot at the title now, officially. Unless Neptune steps up and leads laps and beats Sean in that department. Juan's going to need to beat Sean on the racetrack. Lexi is yet to pit, though. Wow, does she have a big-ass lead, then? That's interesting. She might have short pitted, actually, then. I'm not sure. Interesting. Lexi actually leading off of pace. I did not see that she pitted. So now, Sean's got the most laps led. Not locked, but he's gonna get it more than likely. So now Juan's got to beat Sean on the racetrack. He's got 27 laps to gain on him here, and probably another pit stop. Brandon's been lagging out, unfortunately. I don't know where Brandon's car is even at, though. Here's Brandon's car is at pit road entry. I don't even see it. Oh, he parked it. Unfortunate for Brandon Hale. That is his season. But Lexi somehow, I don't know if she had just an amazing pit entry or some sort of short pit. But she has a big lead on these guys now. So now Juan's just got to beat Sean on the racetrack. And if Sean gets most laps led, let's see. Oh, no, Lexi's pitting now. So never mind. I think she was just stretching out the field. Maybe a different strategy here. I don't know if she can make the end of the race. If she somehow stretches that shit out, I don't know how. Maybe can. I'm not sure. Lexi went through another person's box after pitting. That is just a 1 out of 3. So don't worry. That's not any type of lap penalty. But now Sean has the lead. Sean's going to get the most laps led. That is pretty much what's going to happen here unless Neptune leads laps. But Neptune's going to have to lead like 8 laps to beat him. Juan now has to focus on winning the race. He's got 23 laps, another stop to go. He's got to at least beat Sean. Like, if Lexi somehow wins this race off of that strategy of staying out a lot, then Juan's going to need to beat Sean no matter what, because Sean has the most laps led for now. Pretty much is probably going to end up having it. Here comes Juan to the bottom. Juan's better battling and in clean air, but side by side to the lead goes Juan. Photo finish to the line, though. What can Juan do? He's been behind the 8 ball until that caution. Gonna clear Sean barely for the lead here at Homestead. If Juan wins the race and Sean finishes second, Juan's gonna get this title barely. But if Sean finishes second and Juan wins and Juan finishes third, then Juan's gonna barely, I think, tie him. Maybe. Yeah, they're gonna be tied, I think. I don't know. I guess we'll see when I do the math, obviously. But Juan just got to beat Sean no matter what here. And Neptune's there. Neptune can either help Juan or Sean with the point situation wherever he beats who, or hurt them. Either one. So we'll see, though. Great racing right now between these two championship contenders. Got 19 to go. Oh, side by side, Sean squeezes Juan into the wall a little bit. Here comes Neptune, though. I think he's going to try to make it 3 wide. We'll see. Juan to the bottom of the racetrack. Can he clear Sean off at 4? I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. He's going to barely do it as Neptune's around. Big crash right there, but he saves it. Racing really hard right there. I'm not sure what really caused that. My angle was not the greatest. Here comes Sean back to the bottom. It's basically between these two now. What a save by Neptune, though. That was save of the season. Sean back to the bottom. These two have been beating and banging all chase long. They've been battling hard all chase long. They had an amazing finish at Phoenix together. But Who's going to win it this time? Who's going to get it? Because remember, the difference in points from first to second is 10 points. So that's what Juan has to know. He's got to beat Sean. He's got to win the race. Juan to the bottom of the racetrack, though. 16 to go. One more stop left. Neptune isn't totally out of it. He can maybe gain on these two. They're going to be racing hard for the title. It's going to come down to the wire, though. Juan to the bottom of the racetrack. Gonna get into Sean a little bit side by side off of 4. Sean did not really like that move. Although they've been kind of doing it all race together. Juan has a rough corner. 15 to go. I'm sure Juan wasn't too happy with how Sean raced him at Darlington. Oh, Sean gets spun out. I don't know what happened with Sean, and Sean left. I actually, Sean, why is that a caution? You spun out by yourself. I know you got hit, but like it wasn't by yourself. It was by yourself. It wasn't with multiple people. I don't know what to tell you. It seems like Sean tried to pit, but then just didn't say anything, obviously. And he speeds anyways. Rough. That might be Sean's championship. I don't know. Sean's going to go onto the track and get froze. I don't know what to say because, like, obviously Sean's around again. Well, Sean just froze again, I think. But, well, I don't know what to say because, well, with how it was going, Sean, like, spinning by yourself is never a caution. I just hope you guys know this. Well, I don't know what to tell you. If you and Neptune both spun together, it's a caution. Yeah, because Brandon was in the middle of the track, lagged out. That's the difference here. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I'm sorry. I feel for you because, like, obviously the implications, but if you and Neptune both spun out, then that would have been a caution. But he just hit you, and it was just you by yourself spinning out, so I don't know what to tell you, man. As Hydra's in the lead somehow. He's led the last few. I know you spun in the middle of the track, but when anyone spins in the middle of the track, there's no caution, as long as no one else gets collected. If it's one guy spinning in the middle of the track, that's always not been a caution. You know this. One-car incidents are not cautions, and it's been that the whole season. I'm sorry that it happened to you, but if it happened to anyone else, even if it happened to Juan or Sean or Silent or Neptune or anybody in the field, it would have been the same outcome. I'm just being honest. Hydra's pitting now. Silent now cycles out to the lead. I don't know how this is going to all cycle out, though, honestly, because of where everything happened, so not sure. This might put the 29 in the lead. I'm not entirely sure. Bug having issues on pits. I don't know what happened to him. Silent's still not pitted, though. 7 laps to go. in Homestead. I'm trying to see how this is going to cycle out, because I still have like zero clue how this is going to turn out with how it cycled. Silent staying out. He's going to be pitting now. 7 to go. Final pit stop of the race for some of these guys. Lexi is still yet to pit. Bug's frozen though. Nothing happening with him. Bug's back. Juan might have lost a few spots off of pits though. I'm not sure how it cycled out for him. No, Bug's not the leader. I think Lexi's the leader. 6 to go. All right. Silent, Hydra, and Neptune all in a pack right there. I think that's for 3rd place when it's all said and done. That is for 3rd place. Silent, 3rd place here. 5 laps to go for the 29 to win the race, and for Juan to hopefully win a title. Juan get up the wall. I don't know if he lagged or something. He might have froze. We've been seeing a few freezes today from multiple drivers. Five to go. 4 laps to go. Lexi to win another race. This would be a good win for her, but Bug is freezing hard. Neptune left the game. He left his car on the track. That's gonna be that might have to be a yellow unless he did it on purpose. He hasn't lagged at all game, so trying to get it off. Oh my god. Neptune rejoined. Well, his car went back off the track on its own before I could have called it. Neptune, just, I don't know, merge where you were, because your car went back on track before I could have called it right there. Lexi ain't on. I also don't know if Neptune did that on purpose either. I don't know if Brandon did it on purpose, because those guys weren't lagging all day. Brandon was, but Neptune wasn't. But despite that, it's the white flag for the 29. Been a great race for the 29 driver. She's led a good amount, but some pit strategy here is gonna get her the win at Homestead. Oh, she's slow. Maybe for a second. Never mind. She's gonna make it to the line as Lexi's gonna win the race. And Juan presumably wins the title at Homestead. It was a good race, although I do feel for what happened with Sean. I don't really know what I could have done right there with how it played out for him, but all I gotta say is that Lexi's gonna win the race. That's the end of our season, but we got post-race. Sean can get mad about the no call too if he really wants, but to be fair, his car fell back onto the racing surface before anyone could get to him, or before I could even really call a yellow for it. So I don't really know. But we got. I'm gonna calculate the points last minute though, just to confirm our champion here before we do burnouts and post-race celebration. It was a hard-fought race. It's just unfortunate that Sean, he just didn't communicate pit road, it seems. And it seems like that bit him. But we'll see how points will go. I think Juan did get the title, but I'm just confirming, double checking, obviously, because I have to. Alright. 7 cars race today. Did Neptune just not finish the race? Because I'm not sure what happened to him. Where did he finish? It didn't say. He's on the ticker. I think he didn't finish the race. I have no clue. So we got post-race, but I don't know where Neptune finished, so I'm going to put him in 7th, unfortunately. But doing the final points calculations for the 1-2 in the season. Juan's the champion. By 12 points right there. Kind of feels weird because of the circumstances with Sean spinning out. But that's our champion. And we're going to have dual burnouts with Juan and Lexi here. I don't know where Lexi is, but I'm not sure where the 29 car is at all. Oh, out of fuel. If you guys want, we could rejoin to do the burnouts and post-race, because then we can have both of you guys do burnouts. So let me just do that. We'll just rejoin here. I do feel bad for Sean, because he was running a great race. Him and Juan, great battle. And then I don't know what happened with him and Neptune. It just sucks, honestly, because I wanted to see him finish it out, him and Juan. But it's racing, I guess. What is it, Juan? Alright, we're going to give yellow smoke for both drivers before we do our burnout here. Alright, don't do burnout yet, Lexi, until I want smoke too. Let me change that. Hold on, I am trying to fix your smoke here. Stop moving real quick. I don't know, I'm trying to fix it. Alright, there we go. Alright. I'm gonna time him out for like 10 minutes count. Okay, he's done, I guess. Okay. I thought bro was gonna dox me. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna set grab y'all too. So let me just do that real quick. Hold on. Lexi's smoke is messed up. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. I'm trying to figure it out right here. It's white for you. Oh. Hold on, my bad. I don't know why my F3X is bugging when I try to... Alright, let me set grab y'all too. -35. Alright, let me get in shift P here. Alright, we got dual burnouts here. Juan and Lexi gonna win the title. When we did have dual burnouts last homestead, we had them burn out like side together. It was a great photo, so if you guys could get in the same frame, maybe that would be good. But what a win for Lexi, and what a championship for Juan. Wreck in here. Trouble on the racetrack. But despite our bankruptcy, it was a great season in a lot of ways. I'm trying to get a good photo of like both of you guys. It's kind of hard. But what a win for both of these drivers. Trying to get the best photos I can. I kind of suck at this. What a season, though. Okay, I think I just got a good photo right there. Alright. We're going to have our post-race coverage here. Okay, I think I got some decent photos. Our post-race coverage here, as I'm going to move the victory lane up. Oh, okay. Alright. Don't worry, I'm fixing it. Alright, then you can, yeah. You gotta move the red thing at the dragger and then the middle one. Alright. And now we're gonna get the photo of Juan's championship burnout. Gets it done here in Homestead. Was off pretty much most of the race until the end. Good burnout here so far. Give it up for Juan, though. He did earn it. He had to work hard for it here, and he capitalized on Sean's mishap. Gets it done here in Homestead. I'm going to move the championship stage now. Let me just do that real quick. I don't know why, but you might have to rejoin. Well, I can set gravity again. I might have to rejoin, though. I set grabbed you, but if you jump out, oh, never mind. I could maybe I can't. I don't have a second victory lane for. Well, there is one right there. I don't have the trophy, unfortunately. Why is the trophy a disco ball? Did you put a script on it that made it do that? There's a script in the trophy where it's a disco ball. Interesting. Interesting. Kind of looks cool, but yeah, the whole trophy's just a disco ball. I don't know why. Huh? Okay, I guess I could. Yeah, the stream is on the YouTube channel that I post all the streams at. I can fix it real quick, and then I can add Lexi's trophy in the game, and then we can rejoin for the post-race interviews. Sorry, but I can see what's in the script here of the trophy. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I might not be able to fix it. Oh. Okay, hold on. There's like hold on a moment. There's a bunch of random scripts in here. Alright, I think I fixed it. Alright. Now I had Lexi's trophy, so like, cause I always don't like how the winner of the race doesn't get any. Like, no, I didn't add Lexi's trophy, but now I'm gonna add it. There is a Homestead trophy for the race winner. Yeah. You just gotta park your car next to it. Alright, we're gonna be rejoining now. Sorry for kind of like a delayed post-race thing, but I don't know why the trophy's a disco ball. That's just hilarious to me. Actually, I'll take pictures of you by the trophy. Hold on a moment. What the fuck happened to the... Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. We'll interview Lexi first, and then we'll interview Juan. Because the championship interview. And then I'll move this stage up here real quick. Let's take it over to our pit reporter, our pit talent, me. Lexi, your victory lane's over here with the trophy right here. If you could drive over here, that would be fine. Alright. As Lexi's gonna drive to the trophy, we're gonna resume our on-air talent in a second here. But let me just get it ready. Alright. We're here with the 29 driver of Lexi here. Lexi, what did you have to do to get a second win on the season? You were probably a third or a fourth place car all race long, but you capitalized on some fuel strategy again to get another win. So how do you feel about it here, winning in the final race of the season at Homestead? Can you move closer to the trophy? Alright, thank you. Yeah. Well, you did get the pole and you get the win, and you are, I think, the third driver to do that. Actually, no, let me see. You're the third driver to win the race, but not win the title. So that's happened a few times now, but you got it done. What? Oh yeah, you're not. But anything else you want to say to close off the season? You did really good for your few starts, and you have a whole next season to win more races. So how do you feel about it? Yeah. Alright. Any other words? Yeah, it seemed really hard to pass out there, but Juan and Sean were switchbacking after switchbacking for laps there, but understood. That is our 29 driver, a great win. But now we got our championship presentation presented by Nextel here. Juan the American is the second champion ever in ASRS, the first champion besides Tristan Livdahl. Juan, what did you need to do to get the championship right there? You were behind the 8 ball the first like 70 to 80 laps of this race, but then once that caution came out, you found something, and you and Sean battled hard. It was going to be really close between you and him, and then he made that mistake, and you got it done. How do you feel about this race, and how do you feel about this season? 6 wins and a great season from you. Man, just take me through the battle with you and Sean right there, though, towards the end. It was going to be really close. It could have been by a spot or two. You and him were battling hard for it, and, like, what was going through your mind during this race when you were battling him really hard, like you guys have been all season? Um, with how this season went, man, you were really good throughout the whole season, and I don't know what to say. I mean, just really good championship, obviously. Um, I guess, obviously, with what's happened, it's been a rough week in the motorsports world. I'm sure you dedicate this win to Kyle. Just tell me what that means to you. Very well said. Um, Man, you're the first champion besides Tristan in the league now. I mean, elite company. How do you feel about just summarize your season and all that? Yeah, I mean, dude, you were so behind the eight ball. I thought that it was gonna be you weren't gonna have a chance right there, but the caution came out. Unfortunately, that Sean had his issues because I think it would have been an even crazier championship fight if that didn't happen. You know what I mean? You did come back, man, and I think I don't know. It's just you, Sean, Neptune all raced. They were battling hard. Silent too came in at the end, and it was a close fight. Happens. That's our championship interview. Man, what a season. I do feel pretty bad for Sean. I do wish like he didn't spin because it would have been a generational finish. But it was still crazy that we had to go all the way to the end of the race. The race was actually a pretty good one, actually. It was a slow burner race. The first half was a little sluggish, but we still had some battles. And towards the end, man, when we saw it was like a classic Homestead race towards the end right there, and some pit strat too, interesting. But what I will close off with this season as my closing statement I always kind of give is that I appreciate everyone for showing up. It was kind of a rough season in terms of attendance. You know, we had some great racing though, and that's the thing that kept me keeping the league up, honestly. It was a rough season for me to try to keep the league going, and you guys still trying to show up made me feel better about it. Next season, I'm thinking we're going to do Gen 6 custom, but not entirely sure. But I do have plans for next season, and I do plan to try to get a lot of people in. So hopefully we can keep the league up. It's been a rough but fun at the same time. 5 seasons now. This is the longest league I've had. And it's been great, and I appreciate everyone who's been a part of it. Negative experiences or positive experiences here, but just thank you guys for showing up, putting on a great show every race. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch, and today we honor all the fallen soldiers as well on Memorial Day, and just thank you guys for showing up and making me continue this league. That's our coverage from Homestead, so I'll see you guys for season 6. So that's it.